Hello, hello. So, we're like foggy today because that's how we're gonna roll. My friend here doesn't have 2D module still, so we're going to roll our coffee shop like this way. I hope everybody is gonna enjoy it. And Sean is gonna show up in a second. We're gonna talk about the series that we both watched, at least partially. And yeah, this is gonna be kind of the beginning of series of streams I want to do, like talking with people about anime and nerding out. And there would be also solo streams like this. So I hope that you're gonna enjoy it like a podcast of a sort. And yeah, just two people nerding out. Today's anime are gonna be Darker Than Black and Erased, and kind of both of us watched around the middle of both series. I had seen Darker Than Black and Sean had seen Erased, but I watched the episode 7 of Erased, Sean watched the episode 14 of Darker Than Black. So yeah, I hope you all enjoy. I hope this time my collab has better audio than the last. And yeah, just a second. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I think that we are kind of in the same vein with the sound. I hope so. Hey.
Yep.
Yeah, it should be fine.
All right.
Yeah.
Should be good. Should be vibing.
Yeah. So I just told people that we kind of did unintentionally the same thing. Like we both reached the middle of the series. Like you're 14, 14, and it's
No, we'll be talking about certain parts of the series, not the ending.
yeah. I mean, technically, like things can't. As long as we have fun, people that will watch have fun. That's nice.
Exactly.
But it kind of it's funny because it's what it Darker Than Black is 26 episodes first season, if I'm not mistaken. 25, but it has OVA, which is kind of 26. So you're literally at the middle. Like me.
The middle. I
Yeah.
am right at the middle.
Yeah, and I'm like episode 7. I just started 8. For people watching, the fun thing is I was literally sitting on the beginning of 8th episode while I was preparing the VC. I was like, no. So, since I never had something like this before, like kinda talk show kind of thing, no idea, but we're just rolling with whatever happens in general.
Woohoo! First time host, let's go.
It's so funny, I started making collabs and whatnot, and I'm the most shy, introverted person you can imagine. The combo is very interesting.
You know, it's just what you need sometimes. It's just a little confidence boost.
Also, I don't know if you can see that. You probably can't because actually you can't because I couldn't show you the screen. But your cup, we have like cups, and
Yeah.
your cup is green.
Yeah.
Your cup is
I
green.
see that.
Yeah, I was very happy when I found this asset because it was like.
It's so cute. It's
la-
so cozy.
Yeah, I wanted to put rain, but for some reason, the rain audio couldn't be heard over the rest of the things. No idea why. It was the same. Yeah, it was the same stuff, and I was like, we're gonna just go with cozy vibes. Also, hello,
I'll go with this.
Firestorm.
It's fine.
Hello. So, since I'm the one who suggested all that jazz, let me ask you, sir, what you think about Darker Than Black June episode 14? You say that it's interesting. I know it's kind of.
It is intriguing, but I haven't really figured out like the main storyline yet. But like you said earlier, it's like kind of setting up until like near the end.
Yeah, it's
for the most part.
Especially because it's like it's more like mystery than anything else. Like it's mystery, supernatural, mainly, and of course it's pretty serious, kind of, because you know murderous situation, people dying left and right, which I knew about erased too, but then I was like, wow, that got way darker because like I suspected. Excuse me, I'm absolutely terrible with names, so I'm gonna go with descriptions. But I suspected the girl that Kayo has problems at home, but then I expect outright scene, like the first scene where it's all red. I was like, oh Jesus fucking Christ, no, that's
Yeah,
that.
there was some scenes that took a real fast turn.
Yeah, like I love cinematography stuff, like had read and watched stuff about that, you know, how to set up a scene and whatnot, and I was nerding out like no tomorrow. I was
Yeah.
all the colors, the positions. Oh, the teacher is purposely on that side and is looking so menacing on
No, I
purpose.
love Erased. It's insane. The setup, the story, the whole. Oh my.
They use so many red herrings. Every single,
I
most of.
know.
I'm like, oh, okay, I am used to anime. I watch like to whatnot, and you know, had heard the plot of many others without even watching them. So I am kind of used to tropes and can't predict most of the stuff, which kind of be a bit boring sometimes. But I was like, is it the teacher? It looks like the teacher. But then people started being kind of menacing, but also no. But it was like a red herring, another one. I'm like, oh, how many you gonna put there? How many?
Put the sus on somebody else, maybe you'll think it's somebody else.
Even Kaio is technically, I don't know if there is term when it's not someone who is deflecting from the actual perpetrator, but like the way they use I'm so bad with names, I'm so sorry. With the girl that he meets in his normal everyday life.
Yeah, the coworker, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
She's purposely so much like Kaio. Like they are so alike. They say the same stuff. They're like similar, as if she's gonna grow up to be that person. I'm like, but what is this? But it's not her because the age don't match. So what is happening? I'm just sitting here. But yeah. So yeah, feel free to say whatever you think about the series. Who's your favorite character? What you think about the characters in general and whatnot. Stuff like that. I am the person who goes on tangents a lot, so I'm sorry.
Maybe we should give descriptions of the animes we've been watching, or what we understand of the anime so far.
Okay, let's. If you want, let's start with you about.
Alright, so I have been assigned to watch Darker Than Black. I have yet to figure out the main storyline, but so far we're following. I'm bad with names as well, but like we're following this guy. He's got this world has like it's a sci-fi kind of dark kind of theme. Well, you'd probably guess that from the title.
Darker Than Black. Yeah, it's just more like tame. You don't expect the way it is, but Darker Than Black is like murder, hate. That's it.
Yeah. But then so it's basically following this guy that's kind of exploring this world. Not really exploring, but like he has this power. You'll figure out the power like kind of somewhat in a couple episodes. It's basically spoilers. It's just electrical powers.
Yeah.
He's a speedy boy.
Yeah, he is. The fact that he's actually, trained beforehand as normal person helps him a lot, because I think that's the difference. Since I don't know if that's after it, but at some point he meets somebody who has the same power, but since he's not trained, difference.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's basically something called a contractor, which are people with special powers, and when a contractor uses their powers, they have to what is it called?
Pay a price.
A promise?
Price.
A price.
Yeah.
They have to pay a price. Most of the time, they're a bit odd, like folding corners of every page in a book.
Oh yeah, that was one of the
or something like that. Yeah. It's so random. Like,
I
it's
like
the most random prices you have to pay, but like, I guess it makes sense. You have to balance the power out somehow, but like,
sometimes sometimes it's sometimes it's very random, but sometimes it's kind of logical. It depends on
yeah.
who it is. Not to mention that the MC whole situation is confusing. Uh, yeah, um, yeah, the powers are kind of. I like the whole concept of paying a price.
Powers with a consequence, yeah.
Yeah, and especially because it's kind of unavoidable. I don't know actually what happens if they just don't pay it, because I think just no way not to do it. Like it's like
Yeah.
it's like something that is stuck in their head, and it's like you have to do that. A bit like, I know it is, I don't want to sound offensive or anything, but it reminds me a bit of OCD, because it's like you have to do it. There's no fucking
Yeah.
way. You have to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else is it there about? So essentially, these contractors are signed to find some sort of item, which is relating to a weird wall that just kind of summoned in the middle of everywhere, basically.
Yeah.
It's just like, Attack on Titan? It's just that wall, but like bigger.
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
and also it kind of looks like it's made of glass in the series. I don't know
Yeah.
what the hell it is supposed to be made of, or it's just like representation of a wall.
It's some kind of like alien sci-fi wall that has. They call it the gate.
Yeah.
They call it like the origin of these powers. We don't really know much about it.
Yeah, and the fact that they go between each other, with the whole politics and whatnot, to steal information, they themselves don't know how. You know the Miss Six guy, the November 11.
Oh yeah, the guy with the ice.
Yeah, the guy with the ice. It's so funny to think about. Like, they themselves don't know, because he's part of MI6 who try to steal
MI6.
info. MI6.
Yeah, even like no like big government intelligence team, group, organization, whatever you call it, they don't know what it is. They've done experiments, they've done raids, investigations.
Yep, and end up in kind of fucked up things for some kids. Jesus, that the girl thing is wow.
Yeah.
I actually really liked that episode. Like, I mean, I wanted you to watch it, so obviously I'm kind of overly biased because I like the series a lot. They just perfect combo of stuff, and kind of reminisce part of my lore that I hope to share someday, hopefully.
Lore? Behind Zero lore? Who?
Yeah. But I was like, oh no. Also, that was the first time when we realized that weird shit can happen even for them, because like she was supposed to never become contractor to begin with. Like, for people watching, there is if you want to watch the series and check it out and then come back to listen to us. But if you just like to hear and don't mind spoilers, not so far in the series, you meet a girl that's in very bad terms with her father. Her father was kind of scientist that was sent out of, to go and
investigate the gate, the big wall.
Yeah, basically, and was kind of the only survivor. He found a plant, and he decided to use that plant as an experiment to implant it in his daughter's arm, in hopes to prevent her becoming a contractor. Because becoming contractor, despite the name, is not like actual contract. I had seen many people in the comments when I watched the series and rewatched it many times on different platforms, being like, but isn't it like contract? It's like, no, they called it that. This kind of mental thing. It's like, 10 years before something just flipped and people like, ooh, okay, I don't have emotions anymore. I can kill people.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
Um,
Like that episode was really like the first turn of events that got like really dark.
yeah, because the first 3 episodes is kind of spin turned to show that Hay is has the ability to lie, but is also more emotional because he got attached to the doll, even though it was all lie and whatnot. But he was surprised that she just jumped in front of him, but out of nowhere, supposedly when she didn't have any um, stuff made.
Yeah.
Her program was shut down by command. Also, was about to ask you what you think about the dolls and what you get about them by that point from the series, because I think that.
I've reached the episode about Yin's backstory.
Oh, okay, nice. That's great.
Yeah.
My favorite
So
fucking arc. My God. I love.
that kind of changed like how I viewed the dolls, because what I thought dolls were like they were just like they just kind of spawned in like the wall, but like they just didn't really have like emotions or anything. But like
Yeah.
no, they used to be humans.
Yeah, they're like.
But like something happened in between, and they kind of just like stopped emoting, I guess.
Yeah, and I think it's it kind of the way I understand it is when the wall showed and the contractors, mentally realized their contractors and have paid to pay the price and whatnot and what powers they have. I don't know if they needed time to adjust, like to be like like he spawned with the power and was like, okay, I can use electricity, nice. But
Yeah.
I think that what happened with the dolls is that they just mentally, like, it's not even mentally, they have mental processes, like they don't have a soul. So at some point they just shut down, and Pandora, which is the main organization that is kind of making all the experiments about this stuff, kind of grabbed the people that they figured that are the dolls, along with other groups, other agencies, and basically put like codes in them. What they realize that they can't program them in a sense, despite being actual human, which is kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Along with all other fucked up things in that series. But
Yeah.
what do you think about the way? I'm gonna first ask my stuff. You later can ask me about the race too, if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you think about the way he progresses? Because even especially the whole arc with In, you see, at least in my eyes, is that he slowly becomes more
Human.
Yeah, more human, which is even weird for him because he technically is human.
Yeah, but like from what I've heard or like seen from the anime, apparently Hei used to be like very emotionless before getting his powers.
Yeah.
Which is weird, because like then that kind of like proves that once you become like a contractor or a doll, you change personality-wise. Yeah.
The whole demeanor and the way that, because the way they knew him, like whatever was the name, the Black Reaper, I think was the name. It was before him being contracted. Like they had some sort of war where the gate showed, and before the gate showing, he was like murderous fiend, and everybody were scared from him, except his sister apparently. And then the whole thing happened. He gained power, but with time started to be more human, and the fact that one of the taxes is actually dough is, it's often used to throw people you don't expect to have emotions and whatnot to change the MC to feel emotions, but it's still cool in my eyes. But then again, I'm kinda sucker for this type of shit.
I have my bias against like time travel animes.
my only bias before were pure comedy series. I couldn't stand them. Because I don't mind comedy, but my sense of humor is often very morbid. And most of the times I need at least some sort of plot, actual plot, not that type of plot. It's serious.
Yes, plot. We know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Wink, wink, wonk.
Yeah. Shokugeki no Soma, as I saw you.
Ah, yes, that anime has a lot of plot.
Yeah, I couldn't, when it started, I was, more say so than I'm now, and I literally couldn't watch it. I was like, no, even if it's good, and now it's so many seasons, and I'm in like space where I watch anime, so I'm like, that's gonna stay at the back, probably, sadly. I watched another series that's similar to this, where it's cooking based, and there is a bit of plot in quotation marks, but it's kind of comfy series where it's like a gate, and there is cook that can give food to creatures from different dimensions, type of thing. And it's like episode by episode series when you meet creature and you talk about how they met the chef and everything. It's very cozy. It kind of vibe with our coffee shop, like just
Ooh.
it's very
Maybe we should bring that anime next time.
I don't mind. I started watching it. I can stop at some point. Me and stopping series I like. I actually have the thing where I purposely don't finish series because I get so invested. I'm like, I don't want that to end, no. So I never finish it. And it's perpetually at episode 11 out of 12.
Stop at the halfway point of the last episode.
But yeah. What do you think about Mao, the cat guy? Quotations guy.
The cat?
Yeah.
Yeah, the cat has an interesting story. So in the anime, there's this cat because there's the main character we're following. He's in this group of 4 people. There's him. There's Yin, who's a doll, who kind of has like this locating ability. There's like the supplier or like the kind of boss kind of character.
Yeah.
And then there's Mao, a cat that used to be human, revealed it in one of the earlier episodes.
I literally
Ish.
thought that it's late, and I was like, have you seen that or no? Because like
Yeah.
I literally watched almost the whole series, like whole first season, before we arranged the whole collab thing. But I am so bad with my memory lines.
It happened like maybe episodes, I'd like to say 6 or like 8, maybe?
Yeah, it was like a bit after the whole thing with the girl burning and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, because was another one of their introductions episodes, like of what exactly contractors can actually do, because it's so varied. It's
Yeah.
so
There's a lot of different contracting powers.
yeah.
The Mao, the character we're talking about, has this ability to possess animals,
Yep.
but like he leaves his body alone. But like lore-wise, we don't really know what happened to his main body, but we know something bad happened, and he's stuck in the body of a cat.
Yeah, I
We
was
can switch animals to animal, but like
yeah
other
only,
than that,
only animals. Yeah, and the thing is, I don't know if his price, because I haven't seen him pay actual price. So I think that maybe the fact that he can't come back to his actual body is his price, like similar to the guy they actually fought. Because in their case,
yeah.
What could be the, as you said, there's not much logic, but there is some semblance of reasoning in most of main characters, at
There's
least.
some relationship to the character with their power.
Yeah, that's why people get so confused, thinking if his price is eating like mad blood, until you realize, oh no, he was eating like that to begin with.
Yeah.
When he meets, when he interrogates that woman with the red hair, you had seen that, right?
Yes, that was the
Yeah.
one, like maybe episode 4 or 6.
Oh yeah.
It was very early on.
I'm sorry that I'm asking because I don't want to spoil you further, and unless it's something minor that is not taking spoiler. But as I said, I don't remember the parts. When I first watched it, I was like, yeah, the fact that she so deadpan asked him, "Are you even a contractor?" And I was like, oh no, don't make me have theories about series like this. No. It was so sad, and also her
Her
price.
power was insanely strong, but it had like a really heavy price.
The price is so fucked up.
I know. It was screwed.
From the seasons, 2 seasons, and the special episodes slash movie type thing. That is, no matter what price people had, I know both price and power. There is only one power that is the same level of disturbing as the price that woman had.
Yeah.
It's not a big spoiler, so to say. It's like in the further episodes, you meet one girl that has kind of power to control bugs, but it's like they eat people alive.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, and it's like cockroaches and stuff. Yeah.
I don't think that balances out.
Yeah. It's absolutely terrible. And her price is really mid, but compared to what she can, like, she has to kind of it's not even cutting her hair, because she's not cutting it. She just grabs part of her hair and just yanks it off her head.
I mean, that's a lot easier than like pulling out scissors and grabbing a couple inches and then cutting it.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I'm just too lazy. Yank.
Yeah, I don't think. I think that it's the fact that she just does it in that way is also kind of surprise you when you watch further. You're gonna realize, see why. But yeah, that's the only thing as disturbing as that way. For people who haven't watched it and don't mind just listening to us basically spoil you. The woman we're talking about has the price to basically drink blood for kids, which is so fucked up.
So the character we're talking about is Havoc. She's one of the people that was in like this elite squad with the main character.
Yeah.
We don't know what happened to them. That's like some future lore that I have not gotten to yet.
You're gonna go to it very soon. I
But
think that
she has this
literally after,
ability to cause like black holes or like gravity fields that just like instantly just like crush people. And her price to pay to use her powers or something was just like suck the blood of children. I was like, God damn, what the fudge?
Yeah, actually,
It got dark.
You're of help of me, because I'm that level of stupid that I never realized what is her power.
Oh.
Tell me as you did. I don't know why I never pieced it out. Sometimes my brain decides not to function. Every time when I watch that anime is for that thing, apparently. Because I think that I grasped the plot pretty well, even to the...
Yeah, they said that it was her power when she was in the CIA prison or something.
Yeah, and it's so sad because you see how she enjoyed having normal life, and she could have normal life.
And she's being brought back to this kind of dark world.
And it's also, it's kinda, you can't even blame them technically, because they basically become emotionless. They have still their cognitive function, but at the same time it's so questionable whatever or not. They can be prosecuted about the whole thing.
Yeah.
And also, how the hell she showed up in that place out of nowhere? Like, I'm very bad with geography, but like, she showed up from North America to basically mid of Europe. How?
Yeah, I don't know what the world looks like in that anime. It's like, okay, anything goes, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's because as we realized with have you seen the guy that has the same power as Hei?
Yes.
Okay, as you saw what happened to him, there is no rules inside the cave. It's like somebody, I have to find it just to send it in DMs, because I think that you're gonna enjoy it as lore bit. But somebody was commenting like a scientific explanation for why things inside the gate are so whack, and it was actually grounded on actual physics and stuff. So it's not just poof made up out of nowhere, which as kind of nerd made me happy. I was like, ooh, they're just not playing with us, yay. um, but basically rules don't apply there. Have you heard about the Schrödinger? I'm so bad at pronouncing stuff.
Yeah, Schrodinger's
Yeah, it's basically
paradox.
Yeah, it's basically that, because the gate is basically the box itself, and the people inside the gate are the people who are observing. And because Hey and the guy was there, it acted basically both sides. The guy's dream was to go to the stars with his sister, so the gate, in a sense, made it happen, as he's the observer and listened to his wish. But he is very disturbed character, at least for now and for foreseeable future. Technically till season 2.
Yeah.
So his whole thing, if Ian wasn't there to pull him out of the situation, I think
He would have gotten caught.
Yeah, not only that,
Yeah.
but he mentally is gonna be boom, because like, I think what happened.
He was already seeing visions about like his sister.
Yeah,
I'm assuming.
yeah, and the fact, the way he saw her all in blood and stuff, and I was, oh my
Yeah,
god.
that was that was a goosebump moment.
It was very reminiscent of OG Japanese horror movies. I don't know.
Yeah.
My first thought was the original The Ring, Japanese, because the like poster of the movie is the same kind of green. That was my first thought.
Yeah.
But also a bit of less dark tangent about Darker Than Black. But what do you think about the whole detective thing?
Well, the detective was he's just a dumbass. He's just
It's so dumb.
It's like a Detective Conan, the dad.
I have never watched Conan. I only know the logic of it, but never watched even one episode.
Yeah, but so there's this detective. Like, Detective Conan's like this really great detective, and then he gets drugged and turns into a child.
Yeah.
Then he gets adopted basically by this family where I'm pretty sure his girlfriend was. So he basically becomes his like stepbrother.
Which, by the way, goes for erased in the whole 29 years
Yeah,
old.
that's a bit weird. So that's a different plot. But dad of the girlfriend is also a detective, but like not the best.
I had seen, I think, part of one type of kind of goofy guy with the.
Yeah, he's a goofball kind of detective. Kind of goes on rants that kind of don't relate to the kind of thing. Yeah,
He's
it's
basically
that kind of detective.
But yeah, technically it's same, but he semi figured out case, because the woman that was the dating the trash and all that, like, he was smart enough to suspect his own employer, so to speak, despite being obsessed with money. So he's not that bad. I think that is.
Yeah.
He was in police after all. He was in
He
police.
was, but
Yeah.
like he wasn't good enough to stay in police.
You're gonna, as one of my favorite things as someone who loves anime, and when I find somebody who likes to talk about it, is me just sitting on the side and being, you sweet summer child, when somebody says something and I know their reaction in the future. Wait several episodes, you're gonna see some detective on the. I can't imagine the way I'm gonna react on this DMs about that, because plot. Because if you follow who you're introduced to, there's only one person who you haven't had personal arc about, I think. Because you had Mao, you had In, and technically you're having Hei constantly, technically. So there's one person left, and it's gonna be interesting to hear your opinion about that when it happens.
Oh.
Because,
Ooh, okay.
Uh,
Alright.
yeah. Something else before I let you ask.
We switch over for you talking about Erased.
Yeah, I'm thinking if my brain is forgetting something. Uh, if I remember later, feel free to ask me about that Erased. Especially since it's kind of fresh for both of us because we basically binged the series before.
We binge watched it like yesterday or
Today.
like today.
Yeah, which is nice. I think the hype of anime to talk with a friend like close to when you watch it, and you're like, and this and that happened and that happened too, which is why I can't stop talking. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But
Go
yeah.
mena sorry.
Yeah, but I couldn't stop. Oh, we are such weeps.
Alright. There's nothing wrong with that. We wear it as a badge of honor.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're VTubers for a reason. God damn it. But yeah, feel free to ask me. Ooh, do you want me to tell you what was happening till the episode where I am, so you know, like, around where?
Just tell us like a general synopsis or like a summary of what you've
okay.
seen so far.
Okay, so, I'm so bad with names, but our MC is kinda, I have to say the age for further explanations, oh god. But our MC is like, just this kinda melancholic, I think is a good way to describe him. 29 years old, he's working kind of part-time job at the pizza place. He's delivering pizza essentially. And he's also a manga artist at the side, but his stuff kind of don't go through because his editor or his future editor, if things go well, say that his stories are kind of meh because they don't have deep feelings, so to speak. Like, art is fine, everything is fine, but your story is kind of lacks soul, so to speak.
Yeah.
And he has a quite younger coworker, like she's 17, I think. That's kind of very friendly with him. What is special about him is that he has power, or more like the power happens to him, kinda. Is that
Yeah, he has this uncontrollable kind of
yeah,
event that happens.
yeah, which he calls a revival, which is like he sees situation 1 to 5 minutes before accident happens, and it's gonna repeat till he realizes what's happening, and essentially it's gonna time loop till he prevents it in some way. The first time you see that is like a driver of a bus or something was kind of dying inside. He had heart attack, and
Yeah.
our MC realized that there's something wrong with the vehicle, but didn't see what, and kind of drove to it, and saw that the guy inside is practically dead, and managed to move his hand to steer the wheel at the side to not hit a kid on a crosswalk, which was very, the typical I'm the hero but I'm gonna get beat up, because I actually was surprised how small the boat was, because like he got smacked by a car face and ended with
He didn't get like full plot armor. He still got injured.
yeah, but also the less injured
Kinda plot armor.
yeah, because the face to face with the car, and no, a week later I'm kinda but what happens is his mother shows up to quote unquote take care of him. I still don't know. Excuse me, I may just didn't pay attention to what exactly she wanted to do there, because she wanted to travel to some part. Him.
Yeah.
How to
She was like traveling around Japan,
yeah.
and she was like looking for like a place to stay, so she just like crashed at her son's place. I was like, fair enough.
Yeah, fair
Save
enough.
money where you can.
Yeah, but you could tell that she's nice. Like you could tell that they're estranged, but at the same time you could tell that she's a nice person. At least that's how I read her when I
Yeah,
saw her
of
first
course.
time.
Yeah.
Sorry if you hear something. I'm actually drinking coffee on brand.
Yes, coffee. Woo.
Ooh. Oh no. And the mother ends up meeting his coworker, and of course, like, oh, the man, oh, I do think she's kind of young, but
Are you dating yet?
yeah,
Very much a regular parent.
yeah, very much. But she's kind of very perceptive. I was actually I loved her when since first episode wasn't an episode that I haven't seen. Like today when I binged the second episodes, I realized that I watched only one before, and still and still remember that I really liked her because of the way she, most of the time mother characters are kind of tense in anime. She's very proactive, although I think that she had to tell him to begin with, there was actual kidnapping, but still I really like how proactive she is, but then again she's like a former journalist, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
But what happens is because of his power, like the MC kind of, they go to the store with his mother, and when getting out of the store, like he gets the revival effect and knows that something's gonna happen, but don't know what, and he asks his mother to look around, like he's like, oh, I have odd feeling, can you look around for me? And the good thing is that she actually looks around, like, again,
He listens, yeah.
Yeah, one of my favorite things about this series till now, no matter the character, is that people listen, like, not...
Yeah. They don't like sway it around. It's like, oh, that's not gonna happen. Nothing's happening. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, people...
Like, you add some justification because she says like, oh, you did say something like this when you were really young.
Yeah. Which, by the way, of course I don't know, but I was like, wait, did he got revival when he was a kid and didn't know?
Yeah.
That was my first thought. I was like, wait, what? That's gonna disturb you, no matter what your age is. Hey. But what happened is that there was actual attempt of kidnapping, and since the mother kind of met eyes, or almost met eyes with the kidnapper, she got odd feeling that she knows him. She attempted to take a picture of him, of his car, because he was walking with a kid, but when she noticed him, he just left the kid there, and entered his car and dashed off. And I was like, oh, nice.
That's suspicious.
Yeah, and
I'll take note of that. I was like, yes, a smart character.
Yeah, that's what I really like, especially since one of my favorite, I like dark series, and so often I'm used to the trope of having at least one or two characters that are either very stupid, like don't have very...
Like the detective.
Yeah, and either stupid or kind of overly distrusting. Like, even if somebody tells you something that is fantasy and you obviously are gonna be surprised, especially if the series is made to be more down to earth. Sometimes it's kind of annoying how distrusting some characters can be, like beyond normal distrusting. If I imagine myself in real life and somebody tells me something supernatural and proves to me I'm not gonna continue to be that's not true, because you're there and I'm seeing it, but the trope of unbelieving characters, I was happy that she's kind of smart character. The only stupid thing in my eyes is that she didn't tell him, which is like, he's 29, he can't process the trauma that happened when he was a kid. Tell him, or more like he's fucked in head because of the trauma anyways.
From how I see it, I don't think she told him because nothing really happened. She kind of just had a suspicion that something could have happened, but it
But it's
didn't.
not
So
even
he's like,
suspicion.
not really worth telling.
It's not. The thing is not suspicion because right after the event, she contacted her colleague from before that James is gonna see when he's kid, like the
That is
journalist guy,
true.
and was like, well, my son was right. That wasn't the actual killer, and it was like, damn him, please.
Yeah.
Like aside from the fact that we know that he has power and whatnot, he's adult now. Obviously, it's not gonna affect him that much to be like, oh, that was kind of mistake. But he's gonna be a bit more cautious about the situation. But the whole thing was like, the trope of unbelieving characters actually was with the police, and everything was like, oh no, that woman screamed and the blood is on his hand. But yeah, for the viewers, I'm sorry that I went on tangents. I tend to do that. But what we're talking about is that his mom, the MC mom, met his coworker, the young girl, and they kind of had dinner together. And she firstly assumed that they're a couple, and accused her son of
Like
being
most
tense.
parents do.
Accused her son of being tense because of it, because he's with very low self-esteem, and he basically just nothing's gonna happen with my life. I'm just existing. Because of that, he basically didn't have any reason in his head, at least, to think that somebody is gonna have interest in him. And his mother was like, "Are you dance? She's not the type of person who's gonna respect somebody just out of nowhere." I'm gonna be honest. I low-key expected when she read the thing about the case and whatnot. I expected my suspicion of her being Kaio went even more to the head. I was like, but she acts like she doesn't know. But I'm still so confused about her existence. It's so purposely made to look like continuation of Kaio. Which brings the question: what the hell is gonna happen if she survives? They're gonna meet and it's gonna be awkward situation of two potential partners in the future of the past. We're gonna talk about the whole thing. But basically what happens is the killer, or potential killer, the kidnapper of the kid, saw his mother, followed them, and when no one was home, he stabbed her. And it was so cruel to watch her try to grab the phone, and he was sitting above her.
That was like the moment, like, oh, this is no normal anime.
It is gonna get dark.
Yeah.
Because it's not, killing just to stop being found out. It's for fun, because what's the point? You could just immediately grab the phone and yonk it, But no, you're sitting above that woman that's trying desperately to grab her phone to call her son, and the whole thing is just like, yeah, I'm gonna wait till her hand barely touches the phone and gonna grab it. And with that smart,
that was cruel.
That was so cruel. That was so cruel. When I first saw it, I expected her to die. I was like, she's gonna be killed. I just didn't expect to happen so soon and be so, purposely violent with the way that guy did think. And when the police and the woman entered and screamed, I was like, oh no, they're gonna frame him. And of course they're not gonna believe him because police. And it's bad that it's kind of reminiscent to real life police, which is not good.
We're getting into some real things right here. We're talking about anime.
Yeah. But yeah. And I had no idea. It actually progressed different than what I thought. Because when he showed the skit, I expected the whole plan of, because I thought that he's gonna try to befriend Kaio and save her. Even if it wasn't in his mind that is connected to his mother killing dead. Yeah, I was thinking, he's there, he's gonna decide to do it anyway, no matter. But I didn't expect it to be so easy to approach. because characters like her in other series that I had seen are kind of uh, the arc of approaching character like such takes longer, uh, and so I was surprised that she was kind of, it took a bit of hello,
Yeah,
awkward situation.
very awkward.
Yeah. Also, what the hell is happening with that friend? Again bad with names, but the blonde guy. He's so smart for his age. Like he's like the MC, as if he's himself is trapped in the body of a kid.
Yeah.
Uh, because what happens is our MCs kind of get in panic mode, and that I think triggers the revival. But the revival is fucking 18 years. He goes back to...
Yeah, so he gets a revival moment and kind of just gets, instead of 5 to 10 minutes like usually it happens, it sends him all the way back to when he was a child.
Yeah. It's very funny to watch story that most of the, like all the time is so far back, even to our days, because like 2006 is when he's adult, and 1988 is when his kid is like, ooh, back in the
Yeah.
day.
Back in the day.
Yeah. So that was I was surprised that the whole friendship thing happened kind of fast, but I was happy because again I didn't. I would have been kind of disappointed if it was dragged too long, and I think that they did well because also the episodes are only 12. So the bad thing with short anime series that are 12 or even 10 episodes is you kind of have to cram the story, especially if
the spacing is usually pretty tight, but I think Erase does it pretty well.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Like, I really like the pacing. It doesn't feel rushed, which is so hard with short series, especially short series that are with dark plot and are not intended to be kind of silly or like adventurous. They have the hardest time in my head, at least, to make things not look and feel rushed, because you have to put the mystery, you have to put all the obstacles, you have to know the characters, and that takes ages. They did it so well, and she's so precious. Oh my god, and her mother, I wanted basically that woman. Also the guy there, I'm like, I know that's trope with the guy there who is like a drunk and whatnot. Like, I wanted to destroy them. I hate them so much. And when the teacher said that he knows, and I was like, hey, yo, what is happening? Bruh. It was kind of grounded to reality though. Like, we have to make child services, child protective service to basically see what's happening, but they can't see it because the mother has brain over her head.
Yeah.
Over again. Oh god, what I'm saying. The mother is there. And and they use so many characters, make them suspicious. They even made suspicious the blonde guy.
The friend.
Yeah, because the MC has like in his childhood years a small group of friends, and one of them is pretty much acting like adult. I even genuinely had a suspicion that he has the same power because he's so mature. I was okay, nice, and he picked up on everything. He was like, oh yeah, you know. And later you realize that he actually knows what's happening to Kayo, that her mother is abusive and all, and like, poor guy. The fact that I saw the episode 7 is when he confronts our main character and like basically starts crying because he's like, I wanted to do that but couldn't. Who are you and how you're doing that? I was like, oh poor boy, he actually had heart. I mean, I knew he had heart, but I didn't expect a character like him who is kind of overly mature for his age to react like this. was like, oh, nice. Another person who, and they later also took the other boy that was killed for nothing, literally. That one,
Yeah.
that it's not like killing Kaio is for anything, you know, that's killing. But like they just killed him to mix the thing because the kid looked like feminine, and they used that to mess with police that's gonna assume, you know, things. They put him there just to mix up the stuff and not to be only girls, which is horrible.
Yeah.
When I realized that, I'm like, what the hell? And they also framed the sweet guy because of that.
Yeah,
Yuki.
the friend,
Yuki.
albeit that friend was still a bit weird, but like, still, he
think-
was really nice.
I think he's just socially awkward. I think he.
Yeah.
I think he was kinda like MC, like kid, and is trying as adult to help kids in similar position because he talked with Kaio too. He was so happy that she found friends.
Yeah.
But also the series purposely make some conversations to feel ominous without it. Like when MC was talking to him, and like about that she's in his friend group now and whatnot. They purposely make it look like he feels threatened and scared, and then he burst out laughing and all happy, being, "Oh, she made it! She made it!" I'm like, "Oh God, cinematography people, chill out! Don't confuse me even more." But yeah, I really like it. But it's way more confusing than I expected because
Yeah.
I felt I knew that many people spoil Erased, and like basically put who is the actual killer in the comments. Oh God! And I remember that once I saw something and I wasn't sure and tried to erase, no pun intended, erase it from my mind because I hate when stuff like this happens, especially with mystery type of shows. Yeah, they do the red herring thing very well because I'm genuinely not sure who is. First, I was thinking
Yeah.
that's the teacher. Then I was thinking that is the like who is it? Who's after that? I think my first thought was the teacher, and they also use purposely red eyes on characters that don't have red eyes. They made their eyes red too.
They try and frame others.
Yeah, the mom, because obviously it's gonna be easier to suspect her. And then was actually the friend of MC Mother, like the reporter guy.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking even him because, and obviously currently, at least in my head, is the most you know, bigger chances to be the killer is the boss or whatever of the guy at the pizza place. That guy annoys me so much. Dude, I love that girl though. Like when she saw that he's calling the police, she basically broke his phone. I was like, sheesh, dang. That was.
Yeah.
I really like it. And basically, when we finish that small collab of ours, I'm gonna binge watch the rest of the series because I really like it so much. It's so nice.
It is. It's one of my most favorite.
It
was actually one of my first as well. So it's like, sheesh.
So, my first anime was it's not for quotation. I heard something.
Parents, don't worry about it.
I was like, is that TV? But I'm used to this. Signs out noises. Every time I ask my chat if there is if they hear something and they say no, I'm like, how my filters are saving my life because sometimes it's so loud. But yeah, my first anime was Yu-Gi-Oh, which is kind of yeah.
Good old classic.
Yeah, we had several on our TV, but we kind of late for the game, because um, here where I'm from, most of the things like games, anime, and whatnot came later, like with delay at least 2-3 years.
Oh.
Because it first had to be distributed to USA, and then our people to grab it and translate it and whatnot and distribute it to us, and yeah,
Oh yeah, the translation period, that takes a
oh,
while.
it. Oh my god, all the translations. I'm so glad that I know English, because there was period when I had to watch with translation on my native, which most people didn't know English. They used Google Translate from Japanese to English, then to my native.
That's so scuffed.
And when I fixed my absolutely terrible English, because before I was so bad that I almost repeated school here because of it. I was like, wow, that's so bad. I even translated animals.
Oh, nice.
I didn't do it for a lot. It was for a very kind of basic, predictable series. But I don't know. I like to dabble my hands in different stuff like this, and at that point I was like, people don't use their head when translating. Even me with my way worse English than now. At that time, I was like translated better than what they did with translating with Google. I was like, I'm gonna try. I tried for the 1 or 2 episodes, even 3. I don't remember. It was a decade back. Jeez. But it took so much work. I'm just like, oh yeah, I tried that.
Yeah, I'd expect that.
It's so tiring. And at some point they stopped doing it. And I feel bad for people my language who don't know, who are younger and like don't know English and try to watch anime, because it's like you don't have anything to do, because they don't even do that levels of translation nowadays. It's just jump on English and that is. But yeah, that was my first anime. I was pretty kid friendly. But then again, I jumped to absolute dark land after this.
Yeah. Took a whole 180 switch.
I mean, Full Metal Alchemist, I watched it. I don't remember if you saw it. I saw your list, but I'm not sure.
I haven't seen it. Not yet. It's on my watch list.
Yeah.
I have yet to. It's a lot.
I will love someday when you watch it to talk about it, because it's so well made, and it's pretty dark. Both versions are dark. I don't know which one you plan to watch. The
Brotherhood.
Yep. Yeah. Actually, I find kind of merit in both of them. Many people are like only Brotherhood. I started with the first version, which is not based on the manga. Like the the first version before Brotherhood is not based on the manga. The ending is original. Brotherhood is based on the manga, basically frame by frame.
I see.
Yeah, if you check the original for Dark and Black, you're gonna be like, wait, what the fuck I'm reading? That doesn't start at all. But because they put like several volumes, I think, of pre-story with Hei when he was human and all that. It's like, ooh. But I plan someday to check that out, because obviously I do the series.
I see.
Well, reading the original is something I like to do, but also my attention span, aside from talking with people and VTubing, apparently is non-existent. So yeah. I don't know why. The university was pretty interesting of having to skim through pages upon pages upon pages of material. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't remember anything. Yay! Nice.
Memory go brr.
I can't wait to finish this. I'm so curious. And story part, the whole thing with her is, I think that at the end she's gonna be just, herself and nothing connected to Kaio. They just purposely made her so reminiscent of her to confuse us, since erase is apparently confusion in anime form. It's like,
We're at like the halfway point where anything can happen at the moment. This
yeah.
can happen, this character can show up and start screwing stuff up.
I actually, something else I wanted to compliment the series is that the second revival is not full revival. By that I mean they
Yeah.
don't start from the start, because one of my favorite horror anime used the trope of repeating the same thing over and over, but they do it in a way that it makes sense to be repeated. Most of the series and movies and media in general make it very annoying. And I was like, please don't repeat. Literally, I'm seeing that he's forcing himself to make revival, which I was about to say. Apparently, it's not uncontrollable power. Nice, but he somehow suspects that it's the last time that he's gonna make a revival, so maybe it was just, yay, knowing that chance once. But yeah, I was just sitting, looking at the screen, looking at the time that we're gonna have to, start our preparation, and at the same time I was like, please tell me that it's not gonna start from the start. Please no, please no. And when I saw him sing the pair, I was like, yes. Yeah. Oh, it was so nice. And the rest helping also for the whole birthday thing. And the fact that he was like, I want to kidnap you. That's something.
That wasn't the best phrasing, but like, I get what you mean.
In that situation, everything is better, I suppose.
Yeah.
He said. But I had something in mind to say and I forgot it because I get too excited when I like series. Yeah, that was one of my concerns and why I firstly was with the idea of making this like a podcast, like just myself, because I know that when I like something, I talk over people.
You can ramble on for hours on end.
I talk a lot, and I don't like that I do it. I just do it without realizing.
That's fine.
Possible ADHD. Yeah, no, it's joke, but also not because time management is hell. But yeah, and I was like, I don't want to bore people, but I want to talk about anime, and I wanted to put something different to my PCs in a way that I can play fun stuff. Which, by the way, I'm gonna use this to promote the fact that we're planning to play Uno at some point. Yeah.
Sometime.
Yeah.
I might not be there because our scheduling is just whack.
It's right, but we can do something else. Me and you also plan to play a game. So
yeah, we're planning on something in the background.
Yeah.
We're cooking again.
We're cooking. I was so happy. I was so happy. I was like, will these people think that I'm kind of annoying and ramble too much? And people are like, oh no, I want to collab. I was like, nice, collabs, yay.
Yay.
It's just not even for views. It's like I want to have something different, aside from my visual novels or whatnot.
Yeah, it's a nice change of pace to join a podcast instead of just like going on Valorant and suffering every other hour.
I am so jealous of people who first can learn any sort of game, because obviously I can't, and second of all, I love shooters, but I'm absolute trash at it. Like, I'm so bad.
It's just the computer.
I'm
Upgrade that and you'll be godly.
I'm so bad. Actually, there was one which is very obscure, kinda. It's typically based like every survival shooters, like. But I am kinda decent on it. Had several wins and whatnot. Oh, apparently I'm not that bad, but I think since the game is more obscure and most people are just normies playing the game, so they're not OP gods that snipe people out from God knows how long. Jesus. That's why when I have properties, I'm just gonna play silly stuff, but also story stuff. There are so many stuff I want to play. I can't
Yeah.
wait. I can't wait. But yeah, my tangent erased is so good. I'm happy that I like it as much as I do because I was scared. I know that the big scare part that people trash is after episode 8, which is why I wanted to at least get to episode 9 so I can give my opinion about that. But we can make second part and just talk about them because obviously Darker Than Black is way longer. It's
Yeah,
seasons.
and I've at least hit the halfway point.
Yeah, I won't even mind if we watch like some of it if you like watching with other people. I am depending on the person. Like sometimes I watch with one person because I have groups of people too rich. But one person.
Watch party? Who?
Yeah. But yeah, it gets very. I think that like the same way like people say Erased goes to hell after episode 8, which I'm gonna check tonight and see why. And I have the feeling that I'm not gonna agree because I like that series way too much. The same vein, people trash on second season on Darker Than Black. They're like, it wasn't unnecessary and whatnot, but I'm like, most of the questions you had are answered there.
Ah, I see.
Yay! Also, you're gonna see, like, it's not directly spoiler, it's just funny. You're gonna see Hay being alcoholic for a bit. You're gonna see.
So it really is kind of like Charlotte.
Oh yeah, I know a bit of Charlotte and a bunch of other series or the group of things where I know a bit of them, I know a bit of the plot, and what is left to see it with my own eyes.
Ah.
Yeah, it's kind of.
So you've just been on the webs, just like looking and like, oh no, I've been spoiled for this. Anyways.
It's so bad. It's so bad. I hate it. Like I got so mad when I first watched the first episode of Erased and I saw the comment. That was one of the reasons why I left it to watch later. Because even if I still remember who they say, it's kinda I'm more inclined not to believe them and just watch it for myself. Because it's gonna bug my head if I watch it.
Yeah.
Why you ruined everything for me. But yeah, most of the things in Darker Than Black get kind of moving. I think you're gonna be hella fucking confused the last 5 episodes. You're gonna be like, what the fuck just happened? And then you're gonna have very interesting arc with the small episodes that are after that, like 26, which is like not like OVA, I think, and the specials. And then you get to see in the specials. You're gonna get to see why he is gonna end up as alcoholic for
Okay.
and then you are transported to Russia.
That's out of random. That's out of nowhere. And you're transported to a restaurant. Where did that come from?
Yeah. By the way, thinking of it, I remembered how good was the opening of second season of Darker Than Black, and was about to say, hello, what you think about, especially have you heard the second opening of Darker Than Black?
I have not.
So you haven't reached it. I think it's like episode 15 or 16. But what do you think about the opening? Because I love the opening one of Darker Than Black. That thing slaps.
I feel like it sets the tone, but I think I prefer the ending, to be honest.
People love the ending, and obviously, like, it's a beautiful song. And it's kind of fitting for in. You're gonna see more and more from her with tangos. What I like about it, like similar to Erased, is they kind of nudge to things early on and then grow them logically without it being out of nowhere. The way like he got more defensive over because first was the thing with when she helped him for something at the beginning. I don't remember what. It was even before the thing with the guy with his sister and the whole that part. It was something else. I've already forgot. But they started splitting like, oh yeah, she did something on her own will, which to begin with was like, they're supposed to not have will. What was that? What was that? But yeah, it just slowly gets. I like how she just basically told her almost stepfather, that guy, that she want to be in. I'm sorry that I'm laughing. One of my regulars showed in chat and they call me Monsieur.
Monsieur Zero.
Oh no, don't say it. My chat, but anyways, at least they didn't wait for the worst part that they could use for me. Please don't chat. You know what I'm talking about. Don't say it. No. I forbid. I am a bit sucker for romance is not even the right word, but kind of relationships around about characters and whatnot. So the whole thing with not only Ian and Hay, but the group of them four getting actually close with time, even to your part, I think it's obvious.
The character building is crazy in the Darker Than Black. It's really well done.
Do you have what do you think about Misaki, the police officer? The woman that basically first went to his door with the other policeman when she's big, plays big part. I didn't expect when I first started though. I didn't expect to like her, but
I think she's like growing as a character, but like I still have yet to know more about her because she's only like every other episode kind of thing.
She's kind of cold, but the fact that she actually got to collaborate, like be in almost like friendship relationship with the Mystics guy. Yes, it was surprising because when I first started watching the series, I expected her to have some undying hatred towards contractors, like most police characters in series like this, where there is, the bad guys that are, inherently bad. So the main police character is always so unapologetic towards them, like they hate them, they don't see them as humans, they don't have any sympathy for them, but she has, which is like, ooh.
Yeah, there's a sense of humanity. That's like a big theme in Darker Than Zero, the theme of humans and personality and emotions.
Yeah, you think is have you seen the part where like with her friend from her childhood years?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that whole thing. Also, that guy was so bad. Like he used that woman that was highly unstable, and also looked like Leggett of the bit.
Yeah.
To this day, I don't know why his ears are like that. It's not his prize. His prize is technically his own blood, which is also that's probably one of the most. How are you alive, my guy? You have like 5 liters of blood, and if 3 of them are gone, you're basically dead meat.
Yeah, he lost a lot of blood.
But I like that fight scene. And especially that he managed to basically cut his own, arm to fake it.
Yeah, that was big brain.
The speed. But yeah, it was kind of sad because especially when you see them as kids, and it was like as bad as that guy was, he was right that it's kind of destined the situation to end up like that because she's a daughter of basically mafia.
Big mafia group, yeah.
Yeah, and her best friend he has that and firm decision that I'm gonna become a police officer. Like,
Yeah.
and
That wasn't gonna work out as a
no.
friend group.
And the other woman, the other girl ended up being like that scientist, which was something that just reminded me of. As you said, it's kind of sci-fi stuff, supernatural stuff. But what do you think about the whole fake sky and the whole integration in the story of like basically astronomy and like all that jazz?
I mean, so the premise is that the stars kind of form whenever a new contract is formed, but like, it's a bit strange.
Yeah,
We know the sky is fake, but like,
I think it's
apparently, like, there's still planes or something going around?
I think it's whatever happened in the gate, basically the first impact, so to say. At least the way I understand it, and since I haven't seen second season in quite a while, I don't remember, if answers were put there. I literally remember very basic plot lines of second season. So I can't tell you if the answers are there, but for what I remember, for what I understand, at least from first season, and you basically had heard most of things that they say about the gate and whatnot, is like I imagine it as if the first show of the gate expanded outside of it, but it was only for that first time, so it affected the sky, and I see it more like mental state rather than actually the sky is fake, because apparently they can't see the actual sky when they're in the gate. But then again, the gate is showing what you want to see, and that's why it didn't show Hay, because he's in that state of what the hell I am. I just want to find my sister. Oops, I feel guilty for something. Oops.
Yeah.
Um.
There's a lot of questions midway through the series, but like,
Yeah. I like the funny combination of power of prices that the mystics guy the woman have. She's living her life having to get drunk every time she uses her power, which is kind of OP to begin with. Like she makes like storms, which is perfect match for him because obviously water.
Yeah, water plus ice. That's a pretty powerful mix.
Something that is very like minuscule, not even spoiler. I find it more like fun tidbit, something that at least I enjoy a lot, is that the small kid that is with them, Yuri.
Yeah.
He is in the future. He is going to take care of him. That's what I'm gonna say. No.
Okay.
I was so surprised that they made that, but since I love continuation series, I was like, oh, okay. But he also shows that he's not as plain as doll, which is kind. To this day I was like, are dolls even that emotionless, or it was like not emotionless but soulless, or this was like the overall belief people had, the same way. They didn't expect the thing with the moratorium thing to happen. For people watching, the girl we were talking earlier with SHAWN about, that with her father and all that.
Yeah, the father that implanted a special kind of plant inside her wrist to suppress the power. The seed kind of decayed within the body, and she became this kind of unresponsive, uncontrolled power house, basically.
Yeah, they call.
But like her powers, she didn't really have control over, and kind of just went, boom, fire, arson.
Yeah, every time she felt threatened or like under some sort of pressure that's above some level because it's happened for actual threatening situations, but also for she was just staring at that trash and was like, poof.
Yeah.
But she basically became, at least for some time, what in the anime is called moratorium, which apparently are like essentially dawn contractor combined, so they don't have their own separate will to control their own powers and go on rampage with no sense of reason. Which, by the way, was caused by the father essentially, because if he just let his daughter become
a contractor, she wouldn't have gone off the rails.
Yeah, of course, no one wants their kid to end up being soulless killing machine, but at least they won't burn people like Jesus.
By accident.
Yeah, it escalated so quickly. First, I was like, oh yeah, she's gonna, do something several times and whatnot. But she burned her best friend.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was the same level of havoc price. Like, that's one of the most disturbing for me scenes too.
Yeah.
Like,
and her price of just like singing that lullaby, oh my god, that's just like, that's chilling.
That with that dead voice, I'm like, wow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the way Juan, which is their like he's not even their boss, but it's like their connection to the syndicate. Which, by the way, we never. That's not spoiler. That's just you never know which syndicate they were part of. It's just the syndicate, which is so funny. Like his group of people. Ooh.
It's like a very vague name for this organization. We're part of the syndicate.
Yeah.
Which syndicate?
Yeah. But at the same time, you know that I don't. You see how they didn't know each other for a long time, because the team kind of starts with them wanting to test Hay. So they probably just were in that group, but in separate, branches or whatnot, and then they were made as team. Especially because they didn't, like one used the excuse that he doesn't know how to operate which was he's such soft yet hard. He's like nah, you're all killers and whatnot, but then you saved her and were afraid to shoot her because she could cry. Which, by the way, the first time I saw that, my heart just I was like, oh. And I felt sad even for the contractors that were in that whole shebang of Ian being abducted and whatnot, because like the woman had so sad story. If you remember the
one with the daughter.
The opera singer. That was so heart-wrenching. I don't know if you noticed, but as you said, the teams, of humanity and whatnot are big in the series, but also they kind of separated the series. I'm sorry, my words don't come out. Like in clusters of teams, because I actually noticed it just now that I was recently rewatching it. I don't know if before I knew about that, because it was literally years back. When I watched it, I was a kid, which is quite far back. Also shows how messed up series watched way too early. But yeah, I mean, there is another anime that I want to recommend to you. That's kind of long, but it's also very good.
I'll finish Darker Than Black first.
Yeah, but it was kind of the whole thing. Even the poems of that guy that he had to do. His power was so interesting. Out of every single power, there is only one other person in this first season that has power that feels so unique to me. Also, price that's very unique. His power is basically to control the ghosts that.
Control the observer spirit.
Yeah. which was when I first started, I was like, oh, that's very interesting. And because his power so passive, he was kind of like defenseless and was like there, and then every single one of them got out of him when he was killed, and it was so pretty but also so sad. And the whole piano thing that happened around that time.
Yeah.
Within the fact that like she felt the things happening with her mother and that guy, and just ran away, and that killed her mother. It's like, oh no, sad. I don't know. For me, till that part in arc is my favorite, but it's just because I got so surprised how much they put into her as a character, and obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's when you know it's like kind of reaching the midpoint because everything's starting to ramp up now.
Yeah, I mean the fact that he got so scared that she's gonna, you know, the thing are gonna fall over her, and I was like, yeah, I may die, oops, but I'm just gonna jump there. And my first reaction when I first watched it was like, you're supposed to be contractor, what happened, my guy? Literally, I think that was my reaction. Because, wow. But everybody, at the end of the day, no matter what they said, you were fun, were like, you know, he couldn't kill her. And Mao was like, oh yeah, I'm there for the fun.
Yeah.
He's there for the fun. I can't wait for you to watch more, because the next arc is something that I think you're gonna find it very interesting.
Oh boy.
Yeah. No, in general, things really do ramp up a lot, but if we talk about Hei and his way of treating people as people and whatnot, the next arc is the next. Yeah, the next couple of episodes from 14 to 20 are like two separate arcs, and both are very, very, very interesting. Not like the rest is not, but since I love character development, and I'm sucker for all the, you know, growth of characters when they're in groups and whatnot.
Yeah, the character development.
But yeah, we're kind of like a clockwork. I was talking to you, we may end up talking about hour and a half, 2 hours, and it end up actually being like that.
Yeah. Perfect timing.
Yeah, I'm really sorry that I talk so much. But I
No
hope...
worries. It's your podcast. You take control.
No, I don't want that. I just want to enjoy with people that I also like. But since anime was my obsession for literally 15 years of my life, and think a lot. I have so many things that I wish I had the power to watch, but that list is 300 things. Nope. And as you see, the whole idea of our collab and starting the series was me just rewatching Darker Than Black for myself. And I was like, oh, Sean couldn't join our collab. I don't want to let him out because of the stupid time zone shit. Oh.
Don't worry about me. I'm just, it's not the time zone, it's just I'm stuck in school.
Yeah, but and then again I have the weird situation where I am busy, you know, with non-VTubing stuff only 2 days. The rest of it is me trying to set my thumbnails and failing. Oh, by the way, since we're reaching around the end, we're gonna have a bit more time, but I want to put in chat your information, how I made it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I already put you in my title.
no, sorry, I am so bad with titles. Yay! It actually shows you as an icon. Nice, that looks nice. Yay! My chat. Sorry.
Let's go.
I made it like thing with the bot. If you type
Oh, yeah,
!point
yeah.
collab, and it just shows your Twitch link. I made it the last time, or I was thinking I made it, and when I was resetting this thing to be with only your information, I realized that I put the link for the game instead for all the people in Collab.
Oh.
And I felt so bad, but I put the names in the description of this, so I was like, YouTube, everything, description.
Yeah, description, everything
Yeah.
goes there.
Yeah, I know that people don't read it. That's why I put the the whole information about other people first, and then all the links and whatnot. But yeah, I really enjoyed that talk, and we talked quite a lot. Despite watching just the middle of the series.
Yeah, we spoiled quite a bit.
My idea was just to talk in general. It's not spoil free because the idea is people who watch stuff.
But then again, these are like older anime, so
especially Darker
people...
Than Black. Like Darker Than Black is one of the OG Bones stuff. I'm like, wow. I didn't even know it when I didn't pay attention, and when I saw it was Bones, I was like, that makes sense. Yep.
Yep.
Bones and the whole kind of the big groups of them making all the good stuff of 2010s and whatnot. But yeah, I'm very excited to just hear about what you think about the series. If you decide to fully watch it, after
I'm planning on fully watching it, but
yeah.
depending on when we do the next one. I not remember what happens.
Oh, I don't. I didn't think that it could be actually done in that way. As I said, my first idea was to be initially was me. Then I was like, oh, I can't do that collab thing. And then I was like, wait, what if the anime don't match? And they didn't match. In our case, for people watching, I had seen around 300, as I said. SHAWN at least has like 60.
Less than 100.
60, and because several of them are like long series, like Attack on Titan and Boku no Hero Academia.
Yeah.
And I love both series, just haven't seen the whole of them. Like I had seen the first 2 seasons of Attack on Titan and the first 2 seasons of Boku no Hero. And I was like, I can't talk about that, it's a lot, but I have to kind of rewatch it because it was ages ago. So I was searching for, so I was thinking for a movie because we both had seen several of the movies. Like,
yeah, this is actually a good format of like splitting up the animes. We like assign each other animes to watch or rewatch.
Yeah,
and we talk about that.
That's exactly what I plan to do with Phoenix, because when he DM'd me, I was like, hey, I want to do collab, and I was like, oh, I'm doing the Twitch on, you saw it, but it's actually this and this, because we kind of kept it in the vein of, oh, we're cooking something. And I was like, wait, we can't do it the same way. We can't just swap anime, and if we make it 1 week or 2 weeks later, I don't have to teach it the same
exactly.
people.
It's a great idea. It works so well.
And I'm very glad that we like the whole thing with the setup, because I don't know, my whole agenda, so to speak, not fully intentionally, but end up me being kind of a comfort streamer with all the visual novels and whatnot. And the name of the series is kind of comfy, and I was like, I want to look nice, even if I ramble, at least people can watch something aesthetic pleasing. But yeah, and actually this is one of the less stressful streams I ever had, because I don't use my model and I just sit in VC and chat about anime. What better, like,
this is like the biggest vibe you can ever have on a Monday.
Yeah, it's actually Monday, which
sit, chill, sip a coffee, talk about anime.
Yeah.
What else could go wrong?
In my case is that I'm not gonna sleep. I can just predict it, because
that's also true.
As I explained to you on DMs, I am notorious for like pausing and reacting to anime. Like You think that I'm having conversation with somebody? That's my level of when I watch alone. Of course, when I watch with somebody else, I keep my mouth shut, essentially. But
Yeah.
when I'm alone, I'm having full conversation with my PC. Like, are you fucking serious? Also, you hear way too many swears. Although my although my chat had heard that. Next week I'm gonna probably play Helltaker, which I'm
I think
gonna
I've heard it.
yeah, Helltaker is very good game with puzzles. Then part of that game made me lose my marbles. I had stream for like around 2 hours, and like it was 2 hours or 3 hours, but I reached the end part, and 1 hour span of the whole stream, however long it was me dying and swearing, and my chat being extremely entertained. Like they basically pester me to finish it. It's like you want to make that collab because you're avoiding playing Helltaker, and they're partially right because I know that I'm gonna lose my mind. It pissed me off so much that I just closed it after that stream and haven't looked at it. I just forgot that it exists. I was so pissed off because I'm notoriously bad for puzzle games and end up playing many puzzle games aside from genres.
I love puzzle games. Puzzle games are fun.
One thing I want to do someday when I have better PC is play one of those co-op puzzle games.
Oh, like Escape Simulator?
Uh,
Like
what?
the escape room kind of thing?
Yeah, they're still, what was that one game? What was the I think that they're trapped in like ice place. Like you see both sides. One
Oh,
person has.
which one was that? We Are Here or something?
Yeah,
We Were Here?
we were here. Yes, I
Yeah.
think that's gonna be fun with my absolute lack of orientations. Like I'm, yeah.
No, it's in the top left. What? Bottom right?
Another thing I want to play someday is like games like the defusing bomb one.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I
gonna
keep talking, nobody blows up.
yeah, that's gonna be fun. And
That's gonna be chaotic.
as we can see, I keep talking a lot, which is so the irony between.
It's not bad, it's a good thing.
But yeah, there are so many things I just want my PC to work. I'm gonna drag all of you guys in all these things now that we make so collab. And it's good because I was very scared, not only because of the way I am, but I was like, I had heard so many horror stories of collabs, especially when people start, that they do collab and the thing just doesn't work out because of the people dynamic. But
Yeah, sometimes the people just don't vibe, but we're a good group. We vibe.
yeah,
We work together.
It was for the knowing of chat and whatnot. I made like a group chat with the people you saw the last time when we hit Nekupara. Oh
Which I
god!
was supposed to join, but like
Yeah.
I couldn't because of school.
Yeah.
Grr.
There, but all of the people that joined were so good at playing. I was like, that's why I got so pissed that my audio was so off, because Jesus Christ, you guys cannot behave. But what happened is that I just asked people that wanted to join, and I was thinking how long it took us to make like a collab of 4 people. It took us 3 weeks. It was bad.
Collabs are hard to schedule because everybody's schedule is so different.
Not only that, but in our case, like all except me, like my chat knows that I'm from Europe. All except me are like NA or something adjacent to that. The time difference is like
time zones are
it's like
wild.
8 hours, which is very funny. I like to rate people at the end of my stream, so I'm gonna do this for us too. But around this time, one of my friends is streaming, and that particular person, he's a FlashTuber too. Ooh, humans! Ooh! Yeah. we started both in OG app where you use like avatars. It's and moved to here, but just was different. Like I wanted to be VTuber, but they were like, oh, I have with face and everything. But yeah, our time difference is 12 hours. Yeah, it's so big, and we never can do anything like even talk. We're like, yay, time difference. Oh.
Yay, time difference. Cries in silence.
Yeah, but so we're planning with the whole group to do more collabs for you guys, and apparently, like it's not even apparently, but it's funny because I was thinking, yeah, aside from that, we plan to play at some point the game together, or more like Sean VAing part of the game with me, just helping me apparently solving puzzles since you for sure are better than me.
I love puzzles. Puzzles are fun.
No, what is in my case is like I love games like this. I love RPG Maker, puzzle horror games. I love horror, but I hate how dumb I with them. Like I'm so.
Don't worry, I got you. We got this. We're gonna struggle together.
Yeah. So aside from that, I never thought about splitting it, but it's gonna be nice. It even can be like even though you're streaming your part too, but technically it's on this stream, so it can go reverse even if we want like switch places basically, where quote unquote you're the MC, quote unquote. It's gonna be nice, and
Yeah.
since it vibes is good. So if you want, we can make to leave you to talk with your chat and I to talk with mine, and then we can continue with our stuff after stream. I'm just gonna rate my people to somebody to support them, and that will be
Alright.
for our.
I might continue my stream, just kind of play a different game then.
Oh, go nice. What you plan to get? Play? I was about to say to game. I mean, it's kind of.
Game? That's for me. I don't know. Maybe some Genshin. Oh, actually, maybe I'll start the new Legend of Zelda.
Oh yeah, they made new. I am one of
Yeah.
the people that never played Zelda. Again, this stuff didn't came here at all.
Yeah, it's hard to get
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
play someday. Someday people are gonna meet the biggest noob in whole the franchise in my face. But yeah, thank you for joining. I can't wait for
Thank
us
you
to.
for inviting me. Hope for next time a sequel to this.
Yeah, next time you're gonna be able to talk so much more because
Yeah.
obviously so long. I hope it's gonna be soon because I really had so much fun. And yeah.
Yep. Thanks for
thank-
inviting me.
Bye.
Have a good day. Don't forget to drink water. Your voice dies out, or that's what you've told me.
My voice. It's interesting when I speak to people. It doesn't like it's kinda dead, but not so much. Maybe because like even though I talk a lot, it's not as constant as reading, but it's not as bad. Also, I'm drinking coffee, even hoping you don't hear. So
I don't think that helps the best, but it's a
it's a liquid, at least.
It's a liquid. That's the word.
Yeah, it doesn't help technically. It's actually promoted to not drink coffee before singing or talking a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not doing
Oh,
my
well.
job well. But yeah, thank you.
Let's stick on theme. Alright. Thanks for inviting me.
Bye.
Alright. See ya.
See ya. Wait. Oh yeah. Nice. Okay. Thank you. Chat. I hope that you could hear Sean well. I hope that you enjoyed. As you can see, we're kind of noobs in podcast stuff and whatnot, but I really enjoyed it. I want to become better host for people to just talk about stuff like this because this is like dream of mine. I love anime to no end and love talking to people about anime. always wanted to start this project, and what this project actually I want to be is like once a week, hopefully once a week, we're gonna have this episode with somebody. I'm gonna actually post like searching, so to speak, link on Twitter for people that want to speak about stuff like that. You're more than welcome to actually share your suggestions. If you have streamer that you know that they like anime and would like to talk and want us to collab, feel free to suggest them the comments on YouTube or under the announcement post about the whole project and whatnot on Twitter. And yeah, as you saw, this series is very new. I'm not very experienced in reading stuff like this, but I can't wait to have more episodes of it. And also, I'm very proud of the whole setup that we got. I like this a lot. I almost wish that this was my regular setup for streaming, but I want to keep it safe for this particular type of streams. Next time I will remember to put text that says that we spoke stuff, because basically talk about what we had seen. So unless we want to go very roundabout, there is no way not to spoil, and often we're gonna talk about older series anyway, so yeah. Also, don't forget to support SHAWN, like join his stream. Actually, I'm gonna rate him. I was wondering who to rate, and I'm gonna rate him if my Twitch allows it. Let me see. Let me check. Also, for both you, Ui, I disappeared. I'm really sorry. It's because I got out of our conversation by mistake. I'm gonna show up in a second. Just wait a bit. Yay, I should show again. Nice. Okay, so let me find who to rate. If SHAWN shows, I'm gonna rate him, of course. Please tell me. Wait a bit. SushiShawn. Yay! Okay, we can rate him nice. So, please join him, send him love, support him. As you could see, he's a very nice guy. Although I feel bad for talking over him a lot. It's something I do, as I said, super with ADHD. But yeah, please support him. Show him some love. We're gonna see each other not tomorrow because I'm gonna take day off, but the day after. Probably we're gonna play Mad Father. After that we're gonna play Luxian game again. And our live probably the day after. I think that aside from tomorrow, the rest of the streams are gonna be back to back. But I'm gonna post my schedule tomorrow around this time. So you could see it both on YouTube and Twitter. And of course, if you join Discord, you're gonna see it there too. So yeah. Thank you for listening. If you are listening this from YouTube, thank you for joining us as both. hope you come back again for another cup of coffee. See ya. Don't forget to take care of yourself. Drink water. Not like me. Drink water, not coffee. Eat something nice. Something like sweet that goes with coffee, maybe. And feel free to come back when you feel you need some support on some chill time. Bye.